let's talk about why homes are not going to get built. Yeah, I know. It sounds just fucking crazy. Okay, I get it. Like, Ron, wait a second. Ron, what are you talking about? There's a tremendous demand for homes. Rents are through the roof. We got 1 million people coming in. I mean, it's economics, right? It's just supply and demand. It's like a rule. If there's a lot of demand, they're going to build a lot of houses. No, not in this country. No, not in the places where we need the houses. Like, why not? Easy. The central issue today is the cost of financing. Hey, your mortgage rates are going up. If you want to think about buying a house, you look at the rates and say, oh my God, these are really high. That's also true for the builders, okay? Because the builders just don't have a magical box full of money that they can just pull out billions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars to build the houses, build the condo towers. They don't have it. They have to do financing too. And when they look at the cost of land, which is nuts in most of British Columbia, most of Ontario, it's nuts. It's crazy, the cost of land. And then they look at the construction costs, which are all up. I mean, yeah, lumber went crazy, then it came down, but everything's gone up. Concrete, building materials, trades are hard to come by. Labor disputes are going to lead to a little bit higher wages for sure. I mean, like, you got to realize if you're building a condo tower, it's like a 6-year deal. Okay. You have to say, how much is labor going to go up over the 6 years? How much is materials going to go up? You got to build or you got to figure that out. So the land started super expensive. Construction costs are up. The government taxes and fees and levies and every other goddamn thing that the governments get involved with have gone crazy. I read a number the other day that in 1980, right up until about 1990, the average government bite, the cost, what the government takes out of a new build, was around 8% back then. It's 31% now, for the love of God, okay? So the government takes a huge chunk. What ends up happening is the builder looks at all of these extremely high costs, rising costs, tries to project them either for houses like low-rise, like single-family detached, semis, towns. That's about 18 months, 24 months, depending. But for the condo towers, and by the way, like in places like Lower Mainland, Vancouver area, GTA, like GTA condos, 80% of the builds. Like condo towers are 80% of the builds. Like multifamilies, 80%. Okay, so those are 6-year timelines, 7-year timelines. 5 years the quickest for a small one. Like, the financing cost becomes very meaningful, and the financing cost has tripled, in some cases quadrupled, for this development financing, this getting the thing from being a hole in the ground to the finished product until everybody gets their mortgages and pays off the developer, pays off the builder. That's expensive. That's very expensive. It's 3 times, 4 times as much as it was in 2021. So yes, there's a ton of reasons why we're not going to build enough homes, no matter how big a gap there is between demand and supply. Their projects are being halted. Projects are being paused, from big to small. I read that there's approvals for maybe a couple of 100,000 units of condo starts in the next little bit. And mostly none of them are starting because unless it's been thoroughly pre-sold, people are just shutting down the sales offices. Same for builders of homes and townhomes and semis. If we're not absolutely committed, if we haven't taken the public's money, just pause it. Just slow it down. We'll just wait. We'll wait it out. We'll watch. Because just like they can't find a way to they call it pencil. They say the deal doesn't pencil. We're not sure we're going to make enough money at the end of the project. Oh, and by the way, the banks also say, we're not sure either, so we're not going to give you a dime. Okay, we got to know that you're going to make money at the end of the project, because we got to know that we're going to get paid out. We got to have that margin of safety. So every possible direction pushes builders not to build, except for demand. Plenty of demand. Okay. Final thought. The builders also think, wait a minute, this market's so volatile. This financing is so expensive. Will all these people who do want to buy from me actually get mortgages and close 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 6 years from now? I'm worried. I don't know if it's all going to work out for them. Let's just wait and see. Well, wait and see means less houses in 18 months, less houses in 2 years, less places to live in 6 years. Yeah, it's a goddamn disaster, okay? But I don't know how to get out of it until something happens. Either government fees have a big drop or something has to give, because this is not going to go well for the next couple of years. It's going to get worse.